Why hello there! This is Prime Scalador here with another Raid Shadow Legends video, and today we are going to be looking at the tavern inside of Raid Shadow Legends, what it is the tavern does, kind of taking a deeper dive into it, explaining how it works and whatnot. As you can see here, we have 4 different tabs. We have upgrading level, upgrading rank, upgrading skills, and ascension. Now, each of these does a different thing. We're going to start and go through one by one. First and foremost, upgrading level. Upgrading level allows you to take a champion and put levels into it to increase different stats that they have, allowing them to perform better in the game. Now, every champion starts at level 1. And needs to be leveled up from there. And by the way you can level up a champion is you can either apply another champion, which will depend on the rarity of the champion, will affect how much XP it gives, or alternatively, you can also use a brew. Now, you'll notice with the different brews, they have different amounts that they're giving, and it all corresponds to the affinity that there is. In Raid Shadow Legends, there are 4 different affinities. There is magic, there is, I'll actually pull it up right here. You have magic, you have, no, details. I used to have a thing that would show it better. They have magic, they have force, they have spirit, and they have void. And each one of these is going to be strong and then weak to another, with the exception of void, which is equal to all of them. And these have different benefits, increasing your ability to crit or decreasing it. Can increase or decrease damage that you take, whether or not you're able to place a buff. And so when actually fighting, this can actually have a little bit of an influence on it. But that is for another video at another time. But in the tavern, we have our brews. And by matching a brew with the same affinity, you get a bonus added to it for upgrading the champion. You can see here by using a spirit affinity one here with this bandit, who's also spirit affinity, I get an extra bonus of about 5,250 XP per brew that I use. Now, when a champion has been leveled up to their full level, for example, we'll take this troglodyte here. He has reached level 10, which is the max. He can then be upgraded in rank. Now, with ranks, different champions start at different ranks. A common champion starts at rank 1, an uncommon starts at rank 2, a rare starts at rank 3, an epic starts at rank 4, a legendary at rank 5, and a mythical champion at rank 6. Now, dependent on the rank depends on how far the champion is able to upgrade. And that cap right there is able to be determined by taking the number 10 and multiplying it by the rank that the champion is. For example, this rank 1 champion can only upgrade to level 10. However, once he becomes a rank 2 champion, he'll then be able to go to level 20. Once he's a rank 3, level 30, and on, all the way up to a rank 6 champion, which caps out at 60. Now, the way we can upgrade a champion, there is 2 ways we can do that. You can either sacrifice a champion of the same rank, and you'll have to upgrade a number of them, or you'll have to sacrifice a number of them equal to the rank that the champion currently is. So, for example, this level 1, or this level 10 rank 1 troglodyte needs 1 rank 1 champion to upgrade to a rank 2. And as you can see, he is now level 1, but his stats changed. So you can see some of the stats did go down, but a 1-star level 1 and a 2-star level 1 are at a whole different level. While they do go back a little, it does not go as far back, and ultimately, if we compare like a level 20 to a level 10, one being a 2-star, one being a 1-star, the higher the rank, the more stats they will be able to get. Now, alternatively, if we have a champion that we need to upgrade, we'll say, for example, Turlac here, we can use chickens. Now, these chickens you'll get throughout the game from winning tournaments or completing events or different things like that. You'll be able to collect them, and you can use them in place of champions instead. For example, with Turlac, if let's say I don't want to use any rank 3 champion, I could throw in a chicken instead and do that as an option. That is how upgrading rank works. Next is the upgrading skills. Now, the skills of a champion, if we look at them, you usually have the explanation as to what the champion's skill is, if there's any sort of cooldown on it, some information as to what the champion's skill does. But then you'll notice that down below there is a series of different things that say like level 2, level 3, dependent on each one. You'll notice that these ones, for example, are white versus these ones are kind of grayed out. Now the difference is, looking at it, you can see that I have put a total of 9 books into Krisk and have been able to upgrade. I got lucky with these upgrades, and it upgraded his A2 and his A3, allowing for, in the case of the A3, the cooldown to drop from 5 turns to 3 turns. In the case of the A2, to increase some damage and decrease the cooldown. However, on this A1, he currently has a 30% chance of placing decreased speed. If I were to book this out, ultimately I could get an additional 20%, making this a 50% chance of placing that decreased speed. So it's one of those things that you apply a book, and when you apply a book, you can choose how many you want, and when you hit upgrade, it will randomly assign where the book goes. Sadly, we cannot choose where it goes. As much as we would enjoy having that in the game, Plarium has not added that yet. Now, you'll also notice that I have other books that are not showing up currently. I have some rare, some epic, along with my legendary and mythical books. When trying to book a champion, you must use a book of the same rarity or higher for them. So with Krisk being a legendary, I can use my mythical or legendary books. If I had a rare champion, I could use any of them, and so on. Now, these different books will affect different champions. Some of them can work just fine without being booked. Others require being booked to actually be able to perform to the best of their ability. Last but not least, we have the Ascension. Now with this, we're going to pull up from my Master Vault. We are going to scroll down a little, and we are going to pull, where did he go? We're going to grab Wrath. Now you can see with Wrath, actually, let's go down to Sepulchre Sentinel, because she's not as advanced. Now, you'll notice that she has 2 different color of stars, and here there's a third option. So you have red, yellow, and purple. Now, red stars have to do with blessings, which I will cover in another video, so no need to worry about that right now. Right now, you can see I have the ability to increase her ascension, turning those yellow stars into purple stars. And what this does is it will increase different base stats, or in the case of the Sentinel here, she gains a new skill. Some champions will have a hidden skill that will either upgrade or be available once they've hit a certain ascension, or it could be an aura that the champion has as well. And we were able to complete that by using these potions here. I'm able to choose how far I want, so in this case I'll bring her up to a 3rd ascension and ascend, and she'll get some stat increases, and she got access to that additional skill here on this passive in this case. Now, as you can see here, there are a handful of different potions Now you can see there are 5 of them. Each of them in turn applies to a different affinity, and then there are the arcane potions. The arcane potions will be used with every single champion alongside their specific potion that has to do with their affinity. Now there are lesser, there are greater, and there are superior potions. And these can be obtained by going into the potion keeps and farming the potion keeps, or you can get them from different rewards from like clan boss or different events and tournaments. Or as you can see here, I have a lot of them. For example, I have over 1,000 of these greater potions, and let's say I want to get a couple more of these superior ones. I can use this mixer here, and I can sacrifice 10 to turn into 1. So I could do 10 lesser to create 1 greater, or I could do 10 greater to turn into 1 superior. And that way you're able to mix. If you're, let's say you have a lot of the lower end ones and you need a couple more of the bigger ones, you can go from there. Now, with your champions, you'll be able to see the ones that you have in your main roster here on the left. Now, sometimes you'll be looking through and notice that you may not be able to find a champion that you would normally be able to find. And that could be because they are in one of your vaults. And so here with this filter, you can go through and you can kind of filter what it is you're wanting to see. If you're wanting to include any Master Vault champions or any Reserve Vault, or kind of, if you're wanting to look at specifically only, let's say, your legendary champions, you can do that. Or if you're looking for specifically 3-star ranked champions or certain affinities, you can also go through and sort by things like faction. If you're struggling in a specific faction for faction wars, and let's say you're looking for your options for demon spawn, you can see kind of what you have option wise for demon spawn. Or if you're wanting to see, let's say you're looking for someone who can apply block debuffs, you can go here into buffs, you can find this block debuffs, and it'll show you the champions that have a skill that can put that there. Same with debuffs and other effects as well, like healing or decreasing turn meter. And this filter also shows up in your champion roster for wanting to go through and see different champions. So this has been a overview look at the tavern, kind of walking through how it works. I hope it's been helpful. If you have any questions or concerns, the comment section is always available. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Appreciate you stopping by. If you enjoyed the video, why not give it a like and subscribe to the channel so you can see more content as to what we're doing. If you have a friend or a family member who's playing Raid who's kind of wondering what it is, why not show them this video? Give them a chance to kind of learn more about the game so that they can grow and enjoy it and love it. I've been Prime Scalador. Thank you for stopping by. Keep on raiding.